All right, so today's great verse is out of 2 Thessalonians 3:3, and it says, "But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one." And so what I love about this verse is how Paul writes to the church in Thessalonica. In the verse just before that, he ends the verse by saying, "For not everyone has faith, but the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you, and he will protect you from the evil one." And so in thinking about my own life, in the areas of my life where there's been times where I wasn't always most faithful to God, where my faith was dictated by my perception of God's faithfulness. And so when I'd pray to God, I'd come before him and say, I want this, this, and this to happen. Or please change this part in my life. And when things didn't pan out the way that I expected them to, or the way that I wanted them to, my faithfulness kind of diminished because God, in my perception, wasn't faithful in that moment, or wasn't faithful to that thing that I wanted him to fulfill. But as I got older and I grew in my faith, I came to realize that's a very backwards way of looking at it. Because here Paul is saying that even when we're not faithful, even when our faith is waning, even though we're not always the most faithful to God, he is still faithful. And even in those moments, he will strengthen me and he'll protect me from the evil one. And so the question I want you to ponder over today is your faithfulness to God dictated by my own perception or your own perception of his faithfulness? Or do we live in the Spirit knowing that no matter what, in every situation, good, bad, ugly, is God still going to remain faithful? Am I still going to view him as the God that's going to look after me, that's going to take care of me, just like he's done day after day for the entirety of my life? Or is my faithfulness merely based on this perception of what I'm receiving from God when he gives me exactly what I want? Because that's not how God works. He's not just this vending machine for us to receive what we need when we want it. Because that's going to happen where we don't get what we want, where things don't pan out the way that we want. But the thing still remains is that God is going to be faithful, that God is going to continue to strengthen you in times of struggle, that he's going to continue to protect you from temptation, from the evil one. And so take that with you today. Take that truth, that good news, that even when we don't remain faithful, even when things seem kind of cloudy, that God is still going to be faithful and that he's still going to strengthen and protect us. Have a great day.